In the 2016-17 season, Tottenham Hotspurs marked their best finish in the Premier League behind their London rivals Chelsea. This season came with, arguably, Spurs' best midfield pairing of the modern era. Victor Wanyama and Moussa Dembele complemented one another perfectly at the base of the midfield in Mauricio Pochettino's formation. Wanyama and Dembele's authoritative performances allowed Spurs to attack flourishingly, tearing up their opponents to shreds. Ironically, Wanyama's best-rated season also marked the beginning of the end of Wanyama's Spurs career. In this video of African football heritage, we will explore the exponential rise of Kenya's finest to stardom, his eventual fall, and whereabouts. If you enjoy our content, kindly subscribe to our channel to be notified when we upload the next video. This is African football heritage. Let's go. Victor Mogobai Wanyama was born in a sporting family on June 25, 1991, in Nairobi, Kenya. His elder brother McDonald Mariga, a former UEFA Champions League winner with Inter Milan, is currently the vice president of the Federation of Kenyan Football, FKF, while his other brothers Thomas and Sylvester Wanyama play for Kenyan Premier League clubs, whereas her sister Mercy plays professional basketball in Spain. Wanyama's interest in football started at an early age. He would go to the cinema in the neighborhood of Nairobi to watch the big derbies of Manchester, Glasgow, and North London. His idols growing up were Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, and Robbie Keane. He explains that he became a fan of Celtic after taking his brother's outgrown Celtic jersey. Growing up in a crime-prone slum wasn't easy for Wanyama. The sight of thieves snatching things or stabbing knives was a torture at his young age. Victor Wanyama dedicated his time to football to distract himself and become savaged from the life of crime. At only 11, Wanyama played for Country Boss, a local team. While playing barefoot, he won his first uncomfortable pair of boots at an under-12 tournament. Following his father Noah Wanyama footballing, Victor attended Kankunji High School, a school popularly known for its successful football team. At 14 years, Victor Wanyama, through his brother McDonald Mariga, secured a move to Swedish side Helsingborg's academy. He stayed there between 2006 and 2007 until when Mariga left for Parma in 2007. In 2007, the young lion returned to Kenya to join JMJ Academy. His stint in Sweden provided a good platform to become a professional athlete. He later joined Nairobi City Stars and AFC Leopards in the Kenyan top flight. In the summer of 2008, Wanyama signed for Belgian side Beerschot SC. He featured in 51 appearances, scoring 2 goals for his Belgian side. On July 9, 2011, Victor Wanyama finally signed for his dream and childhood fan club Celtic. He became the first ever Kenyan to play in the Scottish Premier League and chose the 67 as his squad number in honor of Lisbon Lions, Celtic's 1967 UEFA Champions League winning team against Inter Milan. He played in 91 matches for Celtic and netting 13 goals in the process. His goals included a powerful header as Celtic shocked Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League group stage by beating them 2-1 and a tremendous 25-yard strike which hit the top corner against Hearts in a 1-0 win all at Celtic Park. On July 11, 2013, Wanyama signed for Premier League side Southampton, making him the first and most expensive Kenyan and East African footballer in the English top flight. He scored his first goal for the Saints in a 1-0 victory against Swansea City. He also became the first player from the East African region to captain an English club after he guided Southampton to a 2-1 win over Aston Villa in Capital One, now Carabao Cup, in 2015. Wanyama featured in 97 games in his 3 seasons, scoring 4 goals for the Saints before moving to Spurs following his former boss, Mauricio Pochettino. On June 2016, the former AFC Leopards player signed for Tottenham Hotspur. He scored on his home debut in a 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. He also scored a thumping header against Manchester United, plus a rocket shot against Liverpool which the Premier League voted as Goal of the Month. The Roaring Lions scored another goal against Crystal Palace in a historic final game before White Hart Lane was closed for renovations. His move to Spurs gave him a chance to brush shoulders with global footballers in the prestigious UEFA Champions League. He was part of Spurs' team that made to the final which they lost to ex-Liverpool and Kenyan-born Divock Origi. A series of knee injuries and loss of form saw Victor Wanyama fall out of favor with the then Spurs manager Pochettino. After returning from the sidelines, Wanyama's ball-winning abilities declined sharply. The unsuccessful first touches were more prominent, he was easier to shake off the ball, and his all-action displays were anything but, as he lost a yard of pace that meant he was unable to cover ground and win possession in the same manner he was able to do in 2016-17. Fast forward, the ideal Spurs midfield couldn't carry out his defensive duties that saw him quickly endear himself to supporters. Wanyama rarely came into first team during Jose Mourinho's era at Spurs. After declining a move to Club Brugge, Wanyama left the London club having played 97 games and scoring 7 goals. On March 3, 2020, the ex-Kenyan captain agreed to move to MLS club CF Montreal. He made his debut in the CONCACAF Champions League under manager Thierry Henry. A year later, Wanyama captained CF Montreal to a 1-0 win over Toronto FC in the Canadian Championship final. He resigned for CF Montreal in 2023 and left the club in January 2025 after his contract extension expired. He made his international debut at 15 in a friendly match against Nigeria. He went on to play in all 6 of Kenya's 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He was named captain of the Harambee Stars in 2013 and represented Kenya at the 2019 AFCON. Wanyama made 64 national appearances, scoring 6 goals over his 14 years of duty. After being overlooked for the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers and being stripped of the captaincy armbands in favor of Michael Olunga, Wanyama announced his international retirement. Victor Wanyama has a collection of individual and clubs honours, including winning with Celtic the Scottish Premier League twice, Scottish Cup once, UEFA Champions League runner-up with Spurs. He also won the Canadian Championship in 2021 with CF Montreal. Being the only Kenyan to have played in the English Premier League, Wanyama is a hero in his homeland. Former Harambee Stars coach Jacob Ghost Mully explained why he believes that former captain Victor Wanyama remains the top Kenyan professional football player who can play anywhere in the world. Since leaving CF Montreal on January 2025, Wanyama has been without club. In a recent interview with Sports Boom, Wanyama explained that he's open to new opportunities, especially the growing Kenyan league, but was non-committal, focusing on staying fit and exploring available options as a free agent. In another previous interview, Wanyama hinted of his desire to transition to coaching and management after several Kenyan clubs including AFC Leopards expressed interest in signing him. In 2021, McDonald Mariga and Victor Wanyama announced plans for the construction of the Mariga and Victor Wanyama Football Academy in Bisha, Kenya. They revealed that they want to play a European style of football to strengthen Kenya's chances of playing in the AFCON in the future years. Wanyama and Teshna, his partner, have been together for over 7 years but have kept their relationship away from the limelight. They have 2 children together with the ex-television beauty. He has, however, been on the spotlight concerning speculation of being the father to Bohoti's adopted son Morgan. Wanyama refuted the claim, saying that it's being foolish to associate him with Bohoti's wife Diana and her son Morgan. Wanyama is also the UN Habitat Goodwill Ambassador and also the founder of the Victor Wanyama Foundation. On December 2024, he was present for the CAF Awards in Morocco alongside Guinea's Nebi. Despite former Spurs manager Mauricio Pochettino describing Wanyama's search for game time after his injuries as a charitable activity by him, Victor Wanyama is a hero in Kenya and East Africa. Being the first East African to play at top level, he continues to inspire many young footballers in the region. Wanyama will forever be a legend despite his bad exit in the Premier League, and who knows which will be his next club. Saudi. Or start his professional coaching career. You can tell us in the comments. I know many of you enjoy our videos, unfortunately many haven't subscribed to the channel. If it's you, kindly help the growth of the channel by hitting the subscribe button, liking our videos and sharing the fun with your friends and family. Until next time, let's meet in the next video. This is African Football Heritage.